thing on?
This thing is on.
Is this thing on?
So how are we gonna do the clap? We're gonna like try to put between our legs.
Yeah, I think we gotta get creative.
We gotta get the click on.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, click. Okay, beautiful.
That's pretty good. That's pretty in sync.
We're synced up. Well, shit. We only came up with like 3 things to talk about.
Yeah, we're that's how we do it here.
I know.
It's gonna be really good.
Episode 13.
Wow.
We're getting up there.
Welcome back, everybody,
I know. Welcome back
to another fantastic episode.
I know. We're just here to talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do best.
I know. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
No, I did not.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I caught about till halftime and then had to go.
Yeah, we also last night watched Dune.
We did watch
It
Dune.
came back to theaters for like this weekend only.
This weekend only.
So I had to catch it again. I watched it when it came out. If you guys didn't know, we're both huge fans of the series.
Have you finished all
books.
6 of the first ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are indeed fans.
Yeah, I would say so. I didn't read them. Audible. Listen to them more accurately, but accurately.
Yeah, we're just very active boys,
So, dude, such a good series. It's such a good sci-fi.
It really is. And it after reading them, I realized George Lucas, not that original.
No.
He came up with some cool stuff, but he didn't get all of it. Like, he didn't come up with all of it. He got a lot of that from Frank Herbert, from the Dune series, and just, like, the concepts. It's like, the Force is cool, but, like, the voice is where that came from.
Right.
Like, 100%.
Uh-huh.
There's no denying it.
Yeah, Dune came out first in the 60s, early 60s.
Right.
And then, Star Wars came after that, late to early 70s. And it's very much inspired by... Yeah. They're both coming-of-age stories, and although that has been popular for a long time now, but when you add that sci-fi aspect to it, and they're so similar in that way, it's pretty hard to deny that George Lucas didn't take at least some sort of inspiration from it. But it's inspiration, and I get that. I think Star Wars just got on the right foot a little bit better than Dune in terms of movie adaptations.
Sure.
Star Wars was straight to film, but so Frank started with books, and typically not as popular.
Well, I think back then they were.
Sure.
Because like everyone was still like very much reading books, and now the media has definitely changed. Like the popular media has changed to videos, movies, TV shows.
Definitely. But even back then, when a big movie comes out like Star Wars, like the first one, it's just like it's something you've never seen before, and it just takes off, So that to me was, you could see it, the similarities between the two for sure. But God, this new, and then, Star Wars had its run of the first trilogy, and then they tried to make a Dune movie in the 80s, right? Like 84 or something.
Shit.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
It's one of the hardest movies to watch. Like,
I haven't even tried.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it, and I've seen some videos on it here and there.
I tried really hard. I was like, I want to get through this. I want to like see it through. And it was brutal. And it makes sense. It's like, what do they have to work with? Like George Lucas could kind of form his story around what they could do with their VFX back then. But you have the book of Dune. It's already written. How are you going to get like a Spacing Guild navigator in a tank of spice?
Right.
It's like, and they literally had these like they were like hot tubs on wheels that had like this like orange filament, in it.
And
it's fucking weird.
And they did that in the 80s when that came out. It just, that book and the time that the movie was made from Dune in the 84 or whatever it was, like the technology just still wasn't there to truly
100% give
it what I think it deserved or what it needed in terms of like production and effects, right? Very visual effects 100%. Sort of.
And we see that it just like the point is proven because the new one.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's just a
spectacle.
Yeah, it's like such a beautiful movie to begin with. If you don't know anything about it, about the series or the books or whatever, like even if you just go into it blind, it's just it's
stunning.
It's
but you're not. What I liked about the approach that they took is they didn't do too much exposition. Like the actors don't explain stuff too much. It's like they give you enough to make sense of what's happening, but like for instance, when you see the ships, it's like you're like, what the hell is that? Like that's massive. It's the biggest ship I've ever seen in terms of like a, it's like the Star Wars ships. It's like they looked really big, but for some reason, how they captured them in Dune, it's like, holy shit, that thing's massive.
Yeah, the size, the scale,
exactly.
I think is a little bit bigger. When it comes to
it makes sense.
It comes to Dune.
But what you don't get is like what is that ship called? Who is in charge of those ships?
Right.
And you're not going to understand that unless you've read the books, unless you know the lore. And I kind of like that. It makes you, if you really like the movie, you're going to go read the books if you haven't already.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. It's that was the one thing that I was worried about going into the new movie. Was them like maybe trying to over explain,
right,
and just getting kind of like lost in the the exposition of it all.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it was very minimal and just got to the point of like, this is what you need to know, and like as we move forward, like that's kind of all you need to know. And
exactly,
it looks good, and I think it tells enough of the story to where you understand.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't do a TV show.
No, they have actually.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was like a. I wish I did a little bit of more research on this because I've seen it. It was like early 2000s. They did like a HBO miniseries of it.
Right.
It was like 3 or 4 episodes or something. Who's the guy from Wanted? Remember that movie where they would like curve bullets? I don't know the actor's name.
Fuck. With Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
And that fucking guy. Oh, what is his name? Jamie, look that up.
Dude, he was. Who is he? Oh, I think he ended up being. I don't think he was Paul, but I think he was
James
Paul's.
McAvoy. This dude?
Yeah.
What does he play? Like Professor X and
I was gonna say
Professor X.
I think he's in the X-Men movies too. Yeah.
Chris Pratt's in it.
What?
Chris Pratt?
In Wanted?
In Wanted?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wild.
When did that come out?
Fucking 2008.
Oh my god! I remember watching that when it was 11.
It was next level.
It was next level.
Bending the bullet.
Yeah, I remember watching that like 10 times. It was like the coolest movie when it came out.
How hard? I'm sure they did a Mythbusters on this, but how hard do you think you got to whip your arm to get that bullet to curve coming out of a pistol?
I mean, the concept itself is ridiculous, and it's not possible. So
it's not.
No.
You think?
I guarantee. You're claiming that you think a human could whip their arm around fast enough to make a bullet curve from a pistol? I'm
not saying that a human could, but I'm saying what is the distance that needs to happen to get it to happen? Like what distance do you need to get that rifle?
Right.
Or, like do you need a rifle? Do you need like a howitzer, like like how long could you imagine? Like a pistol with like a 10-foot barrel on it.
Yeah.
And just.
I don't think it's possible. I think when you shoot it, it's going to go the direction
as it leaves.
When you shot. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, as it leaves. I don't think any sort of from a human or some sort of robot that you build could whip around fast enough to make the bullet actually curve when it comes out. There's no way. No matter how big or whatever, dude. I don't think that's possible.
I want it to be possible. That'd be sick.
Cool. I mean, it would be cool.
How are you supposed to shoot someone on the other side? Oh, actually, doesn't she at the end? She like shoots and it goes like around the room and like hits everyone. In the head.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
Fuck,
what an
they teach you that
movie.
at the CIA. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's some sort of technique. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
you gotta learn. So
you got those fancy guns.
Yeah,
fancy guns and stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
But what were we talking about, dude?
Talking about Dune.
Yeah. God, we got... right. The James McAvoy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the main
character of a mini series on HBO.
And it was of... I think it followed Children of Dune. It went into that.
Oh.
So I think he might have been Leto. Little Leto.
Leto, the second.
Yeah, Leto the second. So
is that the one that turns into the worm?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But see, I
happens book 3, 4. So
I think that it's a good idea to do the first book as a movie to really get that fanfare and really do it really well.
100%. Yeah.
And then I hope that HBO, one of the streaming services, picks up the rest of the books and really jumps in with that and you know, makes like a compelling series because there's so much there.
There is. Like there's so much there, but first of all, you know, the first book is the one book that I see that can really be like a movie adaptation. You know, you can really make it compelling.
Right.
It's got like a front, it's got an end, you know, a beginning and an end, you know, and all that in between. But then the other ones, it's like once you get to the second, third, and then like fourth, fifth, sixth, it's like I don't know how you can make a movie out of that necessarily. You could, it just wouldn't be this like, you know, the first one's the most relatable of like this coming of age story and like you have this purpose and, you know, this and that. But
you make a very good point.
And then my other concern with that is like if they were, so they're going to finish off the first book with part two, but you make TV shows out of that, the quality is probably going to go down because of the budget, you know.
Maybe.
That's just, you know, based on
Lord of the Rings series that's coming out on Amazon Prime, that looks legit.
What is the budget? It's like $300.
They spent like $300 million on it.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard when it came
out. It's like it's more expensive, or I know that it's more expensive than Game of Thrones was. And Game of Thrones, I mean, the point is you can get so much more onto the screen with a TV show. And if you match the budget to a movie, it's like it's gonna be a really amazing piece of cinematography, but also storytelling. Yeah, because you can just get so much more in. Right. 10 hours of story instead of 2.5 in the case of Dune.
Yeah, and there is so much that was missing from even the first movie that they just made this last year. But that's just what you have to do when you're making a 2.5 hour movie. You got to trim it down and tell the important things, and I think that's what they did. I think that's what Denis Villeneuve, the director, did. I really like a lot of his other stuff, so I was happy that he was going to be directing Dune when I found that out. But yeah, I mean, that's just always been my concern whenever they try to when they go from a movie to a TV show, the general quality goes down because of
usually it's a
budget.
It's someone who buys the rights and is like, oh, we're just gonna make some money off of this. It's like all the fucking Marvel spin-off TV shows. Most of them are pretty mediocre, if not their ass. Yeah, none of them are wow, this is really compelling. That's true. All the money was thrown into the movies.
Yeah, because that's obviously what sells the most. Yeah, but it's nice to see that. It seems like Dune has been accepted again into society or whatever you want to say, into mass media or movies, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if it was. Where they go with it.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like there wasn't as much hype around it. I felt like it like came out and people saw it or didn't.
Yeah.
But it just didn't make the impact that I thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't it's not like a Marvel movie hit, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's such like an old story, and I think a lot of people who are going to the movies now, who are in their teens or in their 20s, they don't know. I mean, the first book came out in the 60s, so it's like it's kind of it's been you know, not in the limelight for
that makes
years,
sense.
if you will. So
it makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, they're gonna make a part 2 because that was just the first half of the first book. And was the first movie.
Part 2 is going to be fucking epic.
Yeah, and you know, if you know or have read the books or know what the second half of the book is like, the movie should be equally as epic. Yeah.
I mean, I think just the battle scene at the end is like, it snuck up on me when I read it. That's for sure. Because I actually read the first one. I read the book the first time.
Right.
And dude, I remember like falling asleep many times trying to get through the first part of the book. For some reason, it just like it wouldn't get rolling for me, and I would read like 2 or 3 pages and just.
Yeah, I think I remember going into your room and you'd be passed out with like the book on your chest.
Like I'm fucking 45 years old.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, that's funny. But
it was a good read.
Yeah, the first half isn't, you know, it's just setup and. Like any other thing, you know, you gotta have
exposition. That's the, you know, 100%. But it's like, you know, I kept having to like flip back to the dictionary.
Oh yeah,
and then it had a map in it, which was really cool. Like it definitely added some depth to the story because I mean, what I loved is that he brought in Frank Herbert brought in a lot of like Islamic like storytelling. Which is not something we get too much in the Western world.
For sure.
It's like, you know, like muad'Dib is a Islamic word, which is just like, I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is, it's very, I wouldn't say like, I guess it's like based on religion. I guess I guess the whole thing is like worshiping like the prophecy or like the one, you know, very similar to like Jesus Christ and God, you know, but in this sense in Dune it's a very real person, you know. So
well, I mean, the Bene Gesserit have propped him up to be this thing,
right?
You know, they're creating a mind.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, dude, I mean I could go so in depth with this shit, you know.
Might as well just call this the Dune episode.
Honestly, dude. So yeah, that's Dune. Go see it if you haven't. I don't know if it's going to be playing anymore.
Watch it on HBO. It's worth it.
It's not even on HBO anymore.
So where are you supposed to watch it? You got to rent it?
I think you have to. I don't know if you can even do that.
Go Redbox it, bro.
You could probably Redbox it, dude, and go real 2000s with it.
Hey, go buy the DVD.
Yeah, I don't know where you get it though anymore. That's why when it came to theaters, I was like, I got to go see it again.
Yeah, no.
I don't know when the next time I'll be able to.
I was bummed. I was excited to see Joe Burr win, but he ended up not winning. I heard it was a good game.
Oh, we're talking about the Stupid Bowl now?
The Stupid Bowl, yeah.
Cool.
Scooper Bowl.
Dude, I have no idea about any of that. So
the
you like that?
Ooh, nice. Out of water. Pull up. We're out of water, sir. So, anyways, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Fucking wrong sport, man.
Los Angeles Llamas.
Los Angeles Llamas.
Dude, I don't know.
Matthew Stafford. Dude, okay, so I was at the gym earlier, obviously.
Of course. Why wouldn't you be?
Dude, I'm always at the gym. Anyways, I was at the gym. There was TV on at the gym, and they were interviewing Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford and one of the defensive guys. I can't remember his name. They were in front of Disneyland. They're in LA, in front of like one of the backdrops of Disneyland, and all three of them boys had sunglasses on.
Mm.
And it just occurred to me, those might be the 3 most hungover guys on the planet today.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I think that'd be
hard.
fair to assume.
Like, could you imagine having to appear on national television
When you're deathly hungover?
I mean, they probably hadn't even stopped drinking when they showed up.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, I bet those guys go real hard.
Yeah, it didn't look like they were saying much. They're just like all 3 sitting next to each other, just like sunglasses on, just
like shaking.
Luckily, they didn't have to hold the mics.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Brutal.
Yeah,
dude.
could you imagine? This just the day after the Super Bowl win.
Yeah, dude. I mean, did you see the video from last year where Tom Brady like threw the trophy across like between boats?
Yeah, I did see that.
It's fucking hardcore.
Guy goes hard. Can't deny that.
I think he actually retired this time.
Well, yeah. What happened there?
I don't know. Adam Schefter broke that he was retiring, and then his dad put out something that said he like wasn't sure or like hadn't decided, and then like 3 days later he was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
That guy's old.
There were some quality memes that came out of that. Not gonna lie.
Was there?
Oh yeah, like there were a few that were like making fun of like guys posting like, "Thank you, Tom. Like, thank you for my childhood, Tom."
Oh yeah.
Like you didn't like the Patriots growing up. Like everyone was like, "Fuck the Patriots."
True.
At least around here.
Yeah.
You know, we live in Denver, so.
Yeah, it's they're not super popular here in this neck of the woods.
We would get smacked by them on a regular basis by the Patriots and Tom.
Yeah. Little Tommy boy.
Tommy boy. Good for him.
Do you think he is the GOAT?
I mean, he has the most Super Bowls. It's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like when you are that successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Then he switch over to the fucking ears.
Yeah, the fucking ears.
Like what? How many years ago?
3?
3, yeah. And then he took them
to the Super Bowl. I think he won 1 with them. I really don't know.
Yeah.
The last couple of years have been a blur.
I mean, yeah. Regardless, he's a
good for him, man.
Good for him, dude. Him kissing his sons on the mouth.
Hey, man.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
It's whatever, dude.
Hey, sometimes.
I guess when you're that successful, you can really do what you want.
Yeah, I don't know. The crazy thing is that his wife makes way more money than he does.
Why?
She's a model. I forget what her name is, but I remember looking it up, and she made like a considerable amount more than he did.
What?
Yeah, dude.
How is that possible?
She gets paid. She's spectacular looking.
Not to say women should not make as much as men or anything like that, but how?
Damn, dude, you're on video saying that, man.
Not to say that, dude. Just how you just think. I think that Tom Brady would probably, being how successful he is in the NFL,
right,
would probably make a good bit of cash.
I think he was smart when he was younger, before he was the GOAT. He married up.
Yeah.
He was like hanging around in those circles.
Research.
He was like, okay, she's making a hell of a lot of money, and she's gorgeous, and she's probably going to continue to be gorgeous for a while. Lock it down.
Yeah. Hey, good for him, man. I don't know what she looks like or who she is, but good for Tommy, man.
Yeah, I'd say look her up, but I mean, we're kind of, we don't have stuff going. Damn, that is fucking rip and a half in those jeans.
Yeah, you like that?
Jesus, you take a chainsaw to that? Fucking A.
Just slap these bad boys on. These are my work pants.
You were door dashing in your work pants.
I was door dashing.
What's the door dashing environment horizon look like on Valentine? It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Hope it was a good one.
Hope you guys, had a lot of fun, and I was gonna go somewhere with that, but
no, you should.
Maybe
you should go there.
Maybe it's a little bit inappropriate.
No, I think you should go there.
Probably shouldn't.
Tell us about the hole.
Okay. We'll go with a hole. Yeah, dude. I don't know what fucking happened to them, to be honest with you. They just ripped because I work really hard, and you know, that's basically
sick, dude.
Yeah. And I just threw them on to go DoorDash because my other jeans were in the wash.
Right. 2 pairs of pants. That's all you need.
That's really all that I have.
Oh,
so.
Well, then there's that too.
Yeah. So
it's tough for us big and tall guys. You know, that was my fucking knee. Ow.
Oh.
Did you hear that crack out there? Come on.
How old are you? You're 25.
Old. 25. We talked about this last time.
Oh, sorry, man. Excuse me, by the way. Wow. How dare I?
Burp directly into the mic.
I hope you guys like that.
What'd you get for Valentine's Day?
Fuck all.
Fuck all?
Yeah, dude.
I saw you got a nice little post on Instagram.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's basically it. Might go out tomorrow. Do a little celebration.
It's not Valentine's Day, though.
You know you got to make do.
Right.
With what you have.
Right.
Couldn't make it today. We're going to make it up tomorrow. What about you?
I went and saw my grandma.
Oh, yeah?
For Valentine's Day.
How was that?
It was awesome. She was in a great mood.
Was she?
Yeah.
Good.
She was very with it this evening.
Good.
I was into it. And I got a rock for Valentine's Day. It's a pretty cool rock. It's right here.
Poggers.
Yeah, poggers, indeed. I think it's charging. I had it charging.
Oh, it was on its charging port?
Yeah, it was charging. It also has a pretty significant crack in it.
Oh.
So,
dude, let me see
be
that.
Careful.
Am I gonna get some sort of like special? Oh.
Yeah, I think it's like +5 HP.
Yeah. Are my stats going to increase from this? Dude, this thing is about to fall off.
I know, it's about to fall apart. You know, if you break off that other piece, you can have it. You can have a little piece.
Should I do that right now?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Come on. Oh!
It completely shattered in my lap.
Well, you can take all those little shards with you.
All right, dude.
Check it out.
Look
Now
at that
it's
thing.
charged up too. It's ready to go.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
The chakras are all aligned. And
yeah.
I feel like I'm going to cut myself on these
I don't think they're that sharp.
jagged edges. No,
I don't think it's that sharp.
I think I'll be okay. Wow, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, you know, thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. That's great.
Dude, put that back on its charging port, please.
I know, I need it. It's got the magnetic charging.
Yeah.
It's got the maglev charger. Good to go.
Is it the MagSafe? What's the new feature on the new?
Yeah, it's like mag something. It's got the circle on the back.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So you can attach on the back of your phone if you want.
Yeah.
And you can carry.
Ready to go.
Supercharges your phone's battery.
What is crazy about that is that, like, where we've come, I've totally forgot about this, but when they first did that with the charging thing, it was a Samsung phone, and they started catching on fire. You remember that?
Oh.
The Samsung phones that, like, exploded. That was, like, our first run with, like, the mag charging.
Yeah.
So we've come a long way.
We have.
Yeah.
Apple's just doing it again, man.
I mean, everyone's doing it these days.
What can you say? You know?
I want to get my hands on a Huawei phone.
What is that?
You've never heard of the Huawei phones? They're like
maybe it slightly rings a bell.
It's like China phone.
China.
But they have, like, iPhones are, like, great. They've got really good cameras, really high quality. Huawei phones apparently are, like, right there.
Yeah.
If not better in some cases.
Yeah.
I think they have a phone that has, like, 4 cameras on the back. You know, like telephoto to, like, 3 miles.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
That's hardcore.
Of course, it has a back door in it for the government, naturally.
As you would.
As one does in China. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to just derf around on one.
For sure.
You know, just to mess around.
Yeah, you know, I think, I don't know, I always go back and forth with, like, switching to
An Android?
Yeah, or like a Google, like one of the Pixels. But I don't know, dude.
Like green text.
Yeah, that's like the one thing.
Take it out with the garbage.
That holds everybody back. I bet everybody's at that point where they're like, you know what, maybe I should switch to a Google phone or a Samsung or whatever. And it's like, do I really want to lose iMessage?
Yeah, like the social status that you lose when you go to a green text.
Yeah,
like nobody's gonna talk to you anymore.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
You might as well just suck it up, pay another $1,200 for the new one.
Yeah,
it's got a great camera on it. That's how you're seeing my lovely
dome. I got an old one, the RX or something.
You look all right. You got the red one though. You're sporting AIDS.
I am. Yeah, the Project Red. What is it called?
Project Red.
We'll go with that.
Sure,
we can go with that.
It's something about AIDS. I know that.
I believe so.
Cool.
So, I'm obviously,
supporting.
That's all that I can do,
Yeah.
So,
love that.
Bless my soul.
Blessings.
So, man,
what'd you think of the liveries, the new ones? Have you seen more?
Formula 1?
Formula 1. I think Alpha Tauri came out today.
I did see that one.
Looks nice.
It does look cool, dude. I just think, they all look cool so far. It's not one that I'm like, oh, that looks like doo-doo. They're all like, oh, that's cool.
The one thing that every car that I see, the one thing that does look like doo-doo, the wheels. The wheels,
yeah,
I'm not on board with.
I'm not even familiar with like what the hubs of it look
right.
I don't even know.
The hubs don't make sense. It's like, how are you even gonna like put the gun onto that and like and get it off? It's like it's this fucking big ass drum.
I think the last one's like very self-explanatory.
Right.
It's just a one bolt thing in the middle.
Yeah.
You could see that even when they're driving around, but like, we'll obviously see it in the next season how they're going to do it.
Well, you assume so. They got to change those tires quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm excited for the next season.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It will.
How do you think the financial aspect is going to play in? You think that's going to level the playing field?
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I think with that, you're talking about like the financial caps on like teams
spending
and like testing and stuff. I think that's one of the biggest things is like, obviously budget is huge, but how many times, like they're changing some regulation of like how many times you can test a part and like implementing new parts that you've researched and stuff like that. But I think those regulations, the new ones, with the change of a brand new car, I don't think it's going to change up the top teams, the top 4 or 5 teams necessarily, but I think it'll probably shake up the bottom 5.
You think?
In a way, yeah. I would think so. But
I think it's going to make the whole field more competitive, like across the board.
Really?
I really do. I think, especially at the beginning of the season, it's going to be very interesting how these teams come out of the gate. Because, they're literally starting with a car that they just like built within the specifications, and then they do a couple of rounds of testing, and they're literally putting it together as they go.
Yeah.
Like, what do we want to change? What can we change within the rules to get a little bit of pace out of the car?
Yeah.
I think that the first couple of races, we're going to see some really competitive races. I think mostly in the middle.
Yeah.
Mostly in the middle. I think I hope that Haas is more competitive, and that Williams is more competitive. It'd just be awesome to see them like at least stick there and like be in pushing the pack in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's what these new cars are all about, is being more competitive, being able to follow closer. So, yeah, I think it will shake things up a lot. I just don't think my reasoning for it not shaking up necessarily the top 3 to 5 is like just their budget and how much they've, that comes down to like how big their facilities are and just, it's the whole aspect of the sport. And you could say that for any sport, the bigger the budget, the better the team they can buy, better players
Right.
in cases. But in F1, it's all about the car. So having a bigger budget always helps development and, getting the car faster. So I think it'll be interesting, though. We'll see.
I think we're still going to see the first financial scandal, somebody spending too much money. Because we always get some good scandals in F1.
Oh yeah, every couple of years, dude.
Oh, it's every year.
But what you were saying about teams finding loopholes, and that happens all the time.
That's the point.
And the whole Force India copying Mercedes, their 2019 car for the 2020 season. It was 1 for 1 the same, and they claimed that they didn't get any blueprints. They just went off photos, and it's I don't know how you can design something that 1-to-1 without some blueprints, or, some actual.
And that's
files.
why I think that we're still going to see quite a bit of now that the financial thing is an aspect. I mean, they're going to be doing some sus stuff to get a leg up financially. They're going to have shell corporations. Something's going to be going on where money's coming in, they're developing a part outside of their region or something, or outside of their company. Yeah, it's going to be interesting,
dude. Yeah,
I'm excited.
We'll see. When is the first race even?
Yes, it's got to be soon. It's got to be in the next month.
Yeah, March or April.
Yeah, end of March, early April.
Yeah, dude.
It's exciting.
Dude, we'll see.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Formula One.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Watch it if you don't.
Yeah.
Watch this season. If you don't, it's gonna be brand new, and who knows? In the past 10 years, it's just been Mercedes, Red Bull. And this season, it could just be.
I mean, it could be anyone.
Yeah, it's an open book. So
Mercedes could really botch, the development going out the gate.
Yeah.
Same thing with Red Bull.
We'll just have to see.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. I think Mercedes is going to go with a black car this year. Black.
Is that your hot take?
It's a prediction.
Okay. I was wondering the same thing, if they were going to go with the silver. I think you're right, though. I think it's black. I think it's black and that sort of turquoise color.
Yeah, it's that aquamarine green.
Yeah,
that they do.
I think it's going to be that. I think
Petronas.
Mercedes AMG Petronas. I think you're right, man. They might go with that, dude.
I think it's beautiful. I mean, the silver never did it for me. I get it, they're the silver arrows, but the silver never did it for me.
Dude, I think it looked. I liked it. When Lewis and Nico Rosberg were on the same team, I liked it, man.
I also thought those cars just looked kind of stupid. They were super narrow and tall. Yeah. And then they were silver. I was like, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So. I hope they bring back the broken exhausts. That'd be fun.
What's that?
Have you not seen those videos of it was 2006, and the exhausts were just obscenely loud, ridiculous loud.
But that's when they had the V12s or whatever.
Yeah. No, and
just huge fucking engines.
The exhaust was it was broken. It was deafening.
Yeah.
Every time they went by, and they had to change it 2-3 races in. But
I mean, everybody wants those back though.
Do they?
Yeah.
The V12s.
The loud ass right. That's. I think back then that was one of the big attractions. Was just it's so loud. They're so fast.
If you put a V12 in a fucking car that's built to go really fast, and it doesn't
200
matter.
miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be obscenely loud. That's 24 valves, just the entire time.
Yeah.
And it's running at 5,000 RPM. That's the middle of the road.
Oh my god. Yeah, it goes up to 12,000 or something. Could you imagine being in the driver's seat of one of those, dude?
It's like being strapped to a fucking rocket. and then trying to turn that thing around a corner.
That's intense,
dude.
Intense.
That's intense.
You know, maybe one day fit my fat ass in one.
You wouldn't be able to fit half of you into one of those.
Like cut off my legs,
dude. They'd have to take the hood off, you know, like in front, and they'd have to sit you down in between like everything, cause in your feet they'd cut the feet out a little longer.
I could be like this.
I don't know.
I've got a good impact zone here.
Yeah, hit the pedals, bro.
A good crumple zone. I would take it all on my legs.
Yeah, you really would.
I would snap my legs in half, but you know, maybe I'd be alive.
I don't know.
I'm just like this. That's fine.
As long as the pedals were right there, you'd be good.
And just bring them up to here.
Yeah. It's like what are those? I think Chevys had that for a little while, where you had like the button on the side where it would like pull the the gas and the brake towards you.
What?
And then they'd push farther away. Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Jared Mafucci's car had that. It was sick.
Oh, dude.
You hopped in the whip, the fucking beast boat that thing was, and you like, if the, you know, he's a little shorter than I was.
Right.
Perfect.
Come right to you.
Yeah, you know.
That's pretty cool, man.
I think
might have to put that in the Avalon. What do you think?
If that thing's got that going on.
That thing was a top of the line back in 2003, dude.
Dude, it's still top of the line.
That's what I'm saying.
I
still love the damn thing.
I think you throw a little tint on that bad boy.
Oh, should I mod it?
I think you should.
Dude.
Do a wing on the back too. Do a little downforce in the back.
Dude.
Well, it's front wheel drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do a wing on the front.
Dude, I was gonna say.
Do a wing on the front.
Right? Keep it real, like sit it down, you know.
Get it down.
Sit the engine right down to the floor.
Yes. 70 miles an hour. I want the fucking bonnet. On the fucking
the bonnet. What do they call?
The boot.
The boot, yeah. The bonnet and the boot.
The bonnet and the boot.
Just sit it down, man. Maybe I should slam it. Isn't that when you...
Yeah, the camber.
Get
the camber out a little wide.
A little cambered out.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
The Beamer's slammed a little bit, but it comes like that standard. And you know what? Honestly, it's not that great because it wears the inside of the tires really fast.
That's what... Remember when my tires popped, dude?
Boom!
Oh, my God. On the Avalon.
Done.
Last year, we went to Horsetooth. I parked it.
Mm-hmm.
Get in it. Start driving away.
You didn't get out of it?
No, yeah. I just sat there, actually, on the dock.
Parked it. Got back in it.
Got in the back seat, then got in the driver's seat.
Right.
So I never got out of it, actually.
Yeah. Like this.
Yeah. And I start backing up, and I'm like, what is that noise? Like, anyway, front left tire completely flat. Look at it, and the inside strip is just gone. And I never saw it because it was the inside strip.
Right.
The outside, whenever I look at the tires every once in a while or whatever,
yeah.
look fine.
Yeah, you're looking at the outside.
You know, maybe they need to probably get changed soon, but it wasn't like, oh, they're about to pop, dude.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that was, and the weeks leading up to that, I was like kind of feeling this like weird sort of vibration.
Oh, really?
Like, oh yeah, like 80 miles an hour on I-25.
Right. You mean
God.
that thing wasn't just buttery smooth at 80 miles an hour?
I am telling you that. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I mean, it was, dude. Imagine that shredding my tire at 80 miles an hour on I-25.
Oh, that thing probably would have just floated right on.
You think so?
You would have just coasted right to a stop. You would have been totally fine.
I thought of the worst case. I just veer off into the barrier, and that's where my mind went to. So anyway,
good thing it was just sitting there at Horsetooth.
It's true. Yeah, slowly. And then I looked at the right one, which hadn't popped all the way.
All the way?
But it was at the same condition as the left one. So both of them were like cambered in.
Right, which is... Okay, so what do? Rotate your tires.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now I have new ones. But I should have.
Rotate your tires.
Rotated your tires.
Yeah,
rotated my tires.
You should still rotate them.
I should, yeah.
Yeah, you know, just
yeah. So yeah, that was kind of scary, dude.
Right.
Don't want that to happen ever again.
I don't blame you, dude. Quite honestly. Last tire debacle I had, there was a hole in the sidewall of my tire.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
There was like, it looked like a bubble coming out of your the sidewall of your tire, right?
Yeah, that may have been the same time. I don't know. I was on my I was like, I had to work in Denver. I had to be in Denver. Of course, I'm like getting in my car and it's like, okay, low tire pressure. I'm like, I go and fill it up and I can literally hear the air coming out of the tire.
Oh, okay. Maybe this was a different time then that I'm thinking of.
And, you know, normally they patch it for you. It's like no big deal. It's like $20.
Right.
Not a big deal. Yeah, you got a hole in the side of your tire, like the sidewall. Can't fix it. You need a whole new tire.
Really? They can't fix that?
Apparently not.
Dude, that's BS.
So, needless to say, it was a really fucking expensive tire. I mean, like single tire, $140.
Yeah, dude.
Ouch.
That's tough. Yeah, my whole set was probably like 400.
400.
4 bands, baby.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
They're damn expensive.
Yeah, they are, and they just fucking pop on you.
Yeah.
Ideally not at 80 miles an hour, but you know.
Ideally not. Thank goodness that didn't happen to me. Thank baby Jesus.
Yeah.
That didn't happen to Carson Fars.
Yeah, I got you a present.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I can't show it to you on the podcast.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's like a late birthday present, late Valentine's Day present.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, dude.
Dude, I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to tell them about it next episode, maybe.
Next episode. I like it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, video, first time. Hopefully it works.
If you're seeing this on YouTube, our faces, we've done it, dude.
We have done it.
Which is a miracle. Nothing short of it.
Quite literally. If you don't see us,
this didn't work. If you're just hearing our voices in our logo in YouTube, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
So,
and we'll leave you with that.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Nice, dude.